There we go. That's the one I do.
Alright, so here's the most important thing when multiplying a complex number. You can never have exponents in your answer. So you can never have exponents in your answer. And what I mean by that is with the letter I. All other letters, it doesn't matter. But this one, it does. You cannot have I. Mac, paper, come on, notes. So you can never have exponents in your answer. So first of all, we know what I equals, or we should know what I equals. What does I equal? It means that's what it means. It means imaginary. Square root of negative what? 1. Very good. So I is my square root of negative 1. Today, we have to figure out what I squared is. That's what we're trying to find. So, if I know I equals the square root of negative 1, if I square the left side, I square the right side. What happens when I square a square root? Does anybody know? They cancel out. They just cancel out. I thought the same thing too, Nellie, but that's not right for this particular thing. You have to have a cancels out. So square root and square cancel out. So all I'm left with is negative 1. So if you want the important stuff, I equals the square root of negative 1. I squared just equals negative 1. I promise that's not written anywhere on your test. You're going to have to know that. Okay? We're going to do 5 quick examples, and then you'll be on your own. So, example number 1 is just going to say 4i times 3. 4i times 3. What is 4i times 3? 12i. Does it have an exponent? No. Is it in the correct order? Yes, because there's no real number, so that's your answer. Next example says 3 times 7i plus 4. What do I need to do with that 3? Distribute. So 3 times 7i is 21i. 3 times 4 is that the correct answer? No. You have to switch them. So it's going to say 12 plus 21i. Next example, it's going to say 5i times 8i. What is 5i times 8i? 40 what? I squared. I cannot have an exponent.
So it's negative 40.
It's negative 40 because what do we know I squared is? Negative 1. So 40 times negative 1 is negative 40. 2 more. Let's do negative 3i squared. The whole thing squared. What does that mean?
Times the negative.
No. What does this mean?
2 of it.
It means there's 2 of them. So negative 3i times negative 3i. What's negative 3i times negative 3i? 9i squared. What does I squared have to turn into? So this really says 9 times negative 1, which equals negative 9. Okay, one more. It's the most challenging only because it's a lot of work. Okay? There's 2 ways to do it. I'll show you both ways. So let's say I have 3i plus 6 times 2i minus 4. We have to FOIL or double distribute. So this 3i has to go to both of them. So 3i times 2i is 6i squared. 3i times negative 4 is negative 12i. Don't forget your i's. And then 6 distributes to both. 6 times 2i is plus 12i. And 6 times negative 4 is, yeah, I made up a horrible problem because what's going to happen to your i's? They're going to cancel. Y'all, it will not happen like that frequently. That's just my horrible math skills that worked out perfectly. Okay? What does 6i squared turn into? Why is it a negative 6? I squared is negative 1, so this becomes a negative 6. These happen to cancel out, and I have a minus 24. What is negative 6 minus 24? Negative 30. The other way you can do it is a box method, which I know you've seen in some of your other math classes, but I'll show you really quick. Everything in one parenthesis goes in one top or one side. So 3i plus 6. The other parenthesis goes on the other side. So 2i minus 4. And now it's like a multiplication chart, yes? So 2i times 3i is 6i squared. I'm just going to do it quickly. 2i times 6 is 12i. Then I'm going to multiply the next row. So 3i times negative 4 is negative 12i. And negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. You can write it all out, or you can start simplifying. What do I know 6i squared becomes? A negative 6, right? So I have a negative 6 plus 12i minus 12i minus 24 looks the same. Okay? So my i's happen to cancel, and I'm left with negative 30. It does not matter which way you do it as long as you understand the math. Questions? Then your assignment is IXL H4, and you need an 85.